Our TVC News Correspondent Femi Akande is joining us again to give us updates on the situation in the federal capital. Femi, what's happening at your location?
Yes, I think so far we've had two kinds of protesters in Abuja, the pro-government protesters and the June 12 protesters who would call themselves the pro-democracy protesters. Right now at the Unity Fountain where everything was expected to go down, it's only the pro-government protesters that showed up at the Unity Fountain. They gathered with their placards and all of that. All of them were chanting, "Say Baba, say Buhari." That phrase has become very popular among the group of people that are stoutly in defense of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. The other group of protesters we saw, the pro-democracy protesters, gathered at the Gudu area of Abuja, and they were dispersed. Well, their own protest was met with force by security agents. They were dispersed, they were tear gassed, and we hear that even some arrests have been made. We even hear that journalists have been arrested. A particular Samuel Olubiyo that works with Legit Online, a journalist, has been arrested by the police, and we hear he has been taken to the Apo police station. Already journalists in Abuja are calling on the police and other security agencies to ensure that Samuel Olubiyo is released unconditionally, because he was just carrying out his lawful duty as a journalist, covering the protest. He was not supposed to be harassed by the police nor intimidated, but we hear that he's still in detention at the Apo police station. Well, we hope before the end of the day, the police authorities will look into that matter and set that journalist free, because as it is now, it appears as if the journalists are being faced every day now by different kinds of risk in just carrying out their legitimate duty. Right. But for here at the Unity Fountain, the police has not, they've not had their hands full in trying to contain the crowd. The pro-government protesters have, to a large extent, been quite orderly in carrying out their protests, just for some minor issues that that came up and tried to free some nerves, but all of that was quickly put under control. They are beginning to disperse. We have seen security agencies go around the town in a show of force everywhere. Strategic locations they are positioned to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order. Theophilus.
Well, earlier we had a situation where one protester was apprehended. He was almost mobbed by the pro-Buhari protester. What has been his fate so far?
Well, that is one of the incidents here that tried to, I would say, tried to upset or cause a fracas around here. You know, he was a lone ranger, I would say, came with the pro-democracy placard calling on President Muhammadu Buhari to resign, and this infuriated the pro-government protesters around here. They surrounded him, rough-handled him a bit before the police stepped in and took him to safety, and then they whisked him out of this area. Since then, everything has been relatively calm around here, and the protesters, as we speak, are already beginning to disperse.
All right, Femi Akande, thank you very much for talking to us at this point. Of course,